So, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Redstone Quarry podcast, episode 43. Did I start too early?
Right on time.
Perfect. So we can
45
finally.
minutes late.
Yeah, I mean,
43
I
minutes late.
yeah, I was just talking about the whole countdown, but whatever. The viewers don't even know what you're talking about. So let's continue. Who is here today?
Hey, it's me, anyway.
Hi, I'm Niels.
I am
And that's
Wout.
Wout.
And I'm JW37.
Jewe.
Yes, same thing.
So, let's do follow-up first, as usual.
Yeah, that
Okay.
seems logical to me. Let's get to the first comment or the earliest one
Nice!
first, which is nice, which is very rare from Nerdy on
Yeah,
our
Why-
channel
Why
actually.
do we even mention it? Like,
Because
come on,
it doesn't happen often on our channel. It
Yes,
means that he
exactly.
appreciates our content. It's
the
very
first
rare.
nerdy nice.
No, I don't
That
think
means
it
that
is,
after
but
half a second he paused the video and typed nice. Or probably pressed one of his macros.
exactly.
Yeah, he
Like,
told
fell
me
asleep
apparently
on
he
the
does have
keyboard
email
on the
notifications to
sideline.
get it done. So, and without that, it would be too hard. But it's still insane. Anyway, let's move on to more, comments with more content. Sadly, I couldn't join the podcast this week because of hashtag blame enemy. I'll make sure next time to not only ask him. I don't know. He didn't ask me this time, so that's not much of an
Well,
improvement.
he asked enemy again.
Oh, so
But
you
anyway,
made sure to do it, not do it, and you did. Okay.
And
Yeah, sure. I see how it is. Well, moving on. Yeah, but you just summarize it all. I'm too lazy to read.
okay. Next up, oh,
Your comments.
actually-
What do you say?
yes, I'm trying to.
You need to be able to
Oh,
summarize it. Else, there's something wrong
yes,
with
I
them.
didn't quite understand what I was writing there.
That's a problem. You should make sure you understand what's written
Probably
before you write it. Or
Probably
support
you
it.
asked. Probably you asked in the podcast how people watch the podcast, and as you know, I watch it properly every time. At least the times I'm
listen.
not listen, watch, same thing. Then next up, you were probably talking about that you trapdoors weren't fixed in the version where they were supposed to be fixed, but it's, as far as I know, intentional that you can place trapdoors anywhere. But there was a thing with them going in the wrong direction, independent from the direction you are facing in, and that was fixed.
Oh, right, it was like in the changelog it says that fixed trapdoor
Yes,
things,
exactly.
and I wasn't
Yeah.
sure what they fixed.
Exactly.
So that was
So-
that.
Next up, a comment about video Wout mentioned last podcast by Lapis Demon, and I just talked about that it was already quite old and not.
Well, yeah, but the thing
Um,
is, I should probably mention what I responded, being that
Yes.
we don't always, or at least I don't always mention what is necessarily new from the week. I just
Yeah.
mention what I saw, which is usually stuff from the week.
Sometimes
Uh,
on YouTube you see something, it looks like it was from last week.
No, I
week
knew
or
it
2
was old.
days ago.
That wasn't the problem.
But
It's
then
just
you
that
watch, hey wait, this is half a year old.
yeah, that's
Oh
also
wait,
the
this
case.
is
But
Minecraft 1.4.
that wasn't the case here. It just didn't really see a reason why I shouldn't mention it. Well, I guess I don't know. I don't
I'm
see a
not
reason.
complaining.
Things not
It's
news,
more
but
complaining to the YouTube. Sometimes it looks like it's from last week, while it isn't.
well, it's not like it was outdated, so it was still applicable. It was just a month old, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that
Okay.
day I was looking for mushroom farms and I ended up with like Cabo's first video one from 1.4.2 or something.
Oh my god, how old? Oh,
Ah,
maybe
moving
I'll
on.
play
Okay.
that.
Then the next comment is about something Ray also mentioned. So the Viper, the 4.4.5 skulls of the Viper were achieved with an extended mob cap in on this the subground server. I think he talked about 250 mobs or something. And I also said that it's about 2 skulls actually, at least referring to Ray. I think he has some more accurate results in his own comment, so I'll just skip that a bit. Then you were talking about what is the best way of measuring the speed of a Wither Skeleton farm, and I'm my opinion on that is that probably mobs per 1,200 game ticks would work best. So per minute, if you're running at 20 tests, Mango replies that he thinks that game ticks is a quite good measurement method, and another thing is, and then he's also talking about that it's also dependent on what you want from a farm, because in the Guardian XP format, of course, not as good mobs per minute wise as the normal farm, and the XP are important, but this was obviously only about Never Fortress mobs, for example. So, and the second thing in this comment is that he's also talking about how many mobs you're able to kill per minute with a sword, and that should probably be important as well. And to that, I reply that it probably would be a good idea to change mobs per minute to aka to per 1,200 game ticks, and would probably also be easier to measure and it's not quite. Yeah.
About how easy it is to measure. It's, I think, just having a timer that's
it's
quite easy.
Yes,
A real life stopwatch or
Exactly.
Yeah, but
indeed.
real life stopwatch is not accurate anymore.
exactly. Because of that, I'm saying 1,200 game.
In conclusion, we just use scoreboards.
Yeah.
Wait,
Uh,
I've got something right. It's survival tag. That's not possible.
Wout, make a filter to make such a counting device.
so
It just makes the command block stuff.
yes,
Then make a
exactly.
one
Always need a
one block
filter.
installation command block thingy.
No,
I think that's too
one block
complicated technology
installation
for me,
command
Niels.
block filter. Okay.
Command
Neil,
block filter.
you set up like, I don't know, it was 20 scoreboards or so for the perimeter dig, and you don't want to use scoreboards. What?
No, but those scoreboards, it was just one little file, double click, and then it sent 20 commands to make a scoreboard. That's easy, but with those
Like,
scoreboards, you have to
it is-
set up a clock and count stuff, and no, that's too much work.
That's such a lot of work. That's a 10-minute thing.
10
Come on.
minutes? What? That's way too long.
Niels.
Actually, I
Okay.
don't know. I think my thing took longer because
Yeah.
our Archon didn't work.
Well,
No debate on it anymore.
guess
Needs thing is too great for all of us. Okay.
I guess the conclusion is Niels won't be able to test farms in accurate ways, but we can. That's fine. It's Niels.
Exactly. It's Niels.
Not that
So,
I make my own farm.
Yeah.
I don't
so-
know if I need
so-
to measure the speed. I don't know if it's competing with world record speeds. More like,
Yeah.
oh, it works.
So then
We can
Mango.
make a better one.
So then Mango's replying that he thinks that maybe also what people are interested in should be mentioned, like scouts per time, like he usually had it up until race farm, actually. So and then I think that you could also calculate the percentage of how many winners and goals you get. So that's not really that bad of value. So Rain then also says that he's also talking about that in his comment, which for example that's next comment. Then I'm complaining about Enemy's opinion and that he's just accepting what Penda's saying, and because I actually agree with Wout in this case, which is pretty rare actually.
I think it's something I should remember for till I'm
Quick,
80.
make a cross in the calendar.
Like make a cross in the calendar. You mean like draw a cross?
Huh?
I cannot do that. I can only set an appointment or something.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
an appointment
Yeah,
in the
it's like talking
calendar
about
for
paper
like next
calendars.
year,
It's like
this
old
day.
stuff.
Oh,
Very
that's
important.
3 calendars. Oh.
And then like next year celebrate on this day. So they
Yes.
Wout got something right.
Hey,
Never
hey, no,
forget.
no. It's Jewe said something, and I agreed with that's different. No, it's not, actually the other way around, kind of.
Well-
that doesn't mean I'm right. It can also mean Jewe's wrong. Or maybe it's a
Well-
subjective issue and you aren't objectively right or wrong. Hint, hint.
Or you're
I'm always
Ro-
right, so enemy likes
or
to-
Wout is wrong, but Wout paid him a snicker.
Don't you think I would know if I was wrong?
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly, enemy.
Might happen, maybe not. Well, next comment is then that I'm complaining about the background footage and Niels was eating inefficiently. And
Hey.
to that, something that will make Mr. Creeper very Niels Mr. Unhappy is that Mr. Creeper replies that the background footage is for noobs.
Niels,
Hey,
all of your
glass
precious
placing
background
is highly
footage.
advanced.
Exactly, so true. Next
Especially
up, a
if
tree
you
for
first have
comment. You
to
might
break
want to
lots
talk-
and lots of slime blocks.
Yes, maybe we should
That's-
also
that's
talk
enough.
about T4 comment before Jewe
Yes.
hijacks it again. Niels, you can talk about it.
What can I do?
T4's comment, or maybe enemy. I don't know.
Okay, regards to another farm, you have to have already broken a block to then allow prioritization of placing carrots over breaking the dirt. The wooden shovel is just used for speed. You can't use anything higher as instant block breaking doesn't give priority. It's like related to when I asked myself last week why they the snow layer instead of just like placing the carrots all the time, and why I actually need it if your
Mango
tool
even-
is slow enough.
Mango even mentions that in his video. Next, let's move on with my comments.
It's important comment, which apparently relates to me somehow, but I don't understand it.
Yes. Wow.
Actually, I think coming back to what Mr. Creeper said, background footage is for noobs. Does that mean watching background footage is for noobs? Because then it's okay, because it's just listening.
Well, I don't know.
So basically, he's saying Jewe is the noob now. Yay!
No, I'm not. Well,
You're
next up.
watching the background footage.
Yes, I am still. Next up, another one of my comments. I was talking about that you can repopulate chunks and delete chunks, etc. Which Wout also talked about.
I talked about that, see? I don't know what you're talking about.
When you
Uh,
talked about MC Edit
MC Edit
Essentials
and
from Pride Mortar video.
MC Edit and chunks and everything, and but I'm
pretty
also
sure. I
guessing
don't know if
that.
it has a default function. If there is, then I kind of.
Yes, it is.
Well,
It is.
there's
And I'm
default
not really-
function to depopulate to.
Yes, it is.
Repopulate, yeah.
Yes.
And
Where?
even I know that. When you like
d-
select
Yes.
a
Then
why didn't you
chunk
tell me? I
and-
made the
and
freaking-
then go to
I
repopulate.
made like the thing. What's it called? The chunk properties editor. It's basically the only important thing it does.
Well, like, like
No,
you-
where
you
is it?
may-
I want to know. Chunk control.
yes. chunk
Repop.
control.
Oh, repop. It means repopulate. Haha.
What
Oh my god,
else would it
I'm so
mean?
I learned something every day.
What else would it mean?
I thought it went for
Come
repop star
on.
and it like puts Michael Jackson's in the chunk. I don't,
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, like you press a button and it starts playing retro music.
Then,
Maybe.
maybe
Maybe we should
maybe
move on to the
somebody
next comment.
maybe somebody else should read it out because I already talked a lot.
Niels,
Um,
can you read Roby's comment? That's nice and structured with 1, 3, 2.
And not like 5 comments.
Which one of them?
The one with the structure in, like with numbers.
The thing
Ah,
that he doesn't
Someone
like
Someone who
numbers
knows how to put
from
stuff in one
Ray
comment.
is that
Okay.
130% better than other farms. Other farms, very descriptive, yes. What if someone makes a better one? Want to re-upload the video if something is wrong, or an annotation? After I got beaten, it's just wrong. 3. Huh? Okay. No other Skelly farms say something like that.
Where did 2 go? Oh, it's behind it. Okay. Logic.
Good morning, Wout. That, that already was a thing in the witch farms where I think Sharia said something about it. Do you know if someone has better design and then just didn't release it? In my opinion, it's really nice to say. It's really not nice to say it's better than everything if you simply can't be sure 100%. About the G hitbox,
I
Global
think it's only
hitbox.
hitbox.
Global hitbox.
Oh, okay.
That one, yeah.
I
not
thought
a
it was a
error
typo
typo.
first time around.
Being fixed, it's one thing fixing a lot of useful bugs because of their overpowered or whatever reason Mojin has it other thing. If you don't exactly know how bugs work, you don't use them. ... And if you can use bugs, you find other bugs and use them when they fix bugs.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
but I disagree with if you don't exactly know how bugs work, don't use them.
That's
Last,
think
I
That's
didn't
everyone
get
who builds iron farms, basically.
last time.
well,
That's
last
not a
most
bug.
people.
That's a feature.
That's a
It's
feature.
one
I don't
thing,
know.
It's not a
That's
bug.
a-
Mojang
Oh,
doesn't
that's a
like it.
feature.
Yeah,
Um,
that doesn't mean it's a bug.
They don't
Just
want
because they
villagers to be in the
Um,
range of each other like that. I think that's a bug.
Just
for
because
them.
they don't like it doesn't mean it's a bug.
exactly. But
I don't like
The-
Moses
about
potato.
the-
That doesn't mean it's a bug.
Wait, what do you mean what?
Oh,
Like
calm
what?
down, enemy. Calm down.
I'm calm. It's
Calm
alright.
Another thing
down.
about the 130%, it's just clickbait. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
And
think it
I
says in the
don't-
title, does it?
Well, I think
It's-
it's kind of
it's-
weird to say it systems better. I would just put the drop rate there because it's as Roby says, that stays accurate for well basically ever, at least if you count it that in the first
100%,
place.
30% better than other farms. It's
Yeah, see, you don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Maybe
what do you mean
if some
other
radical
farms?
change happens and we can make way faster or even way slower farms in 1.9. So that would
Yes.
be have quite an impact. One thing he says though, do you know if someone has a better design and just didn't release it? In my opinion, it's not really nice to say it better and blah blah blah. The thing is, I think the rule kind of is when it gets to inventions that you only consider what's on YouTube generally, maybe on other media as well, if there, in some exceptional cases. But usually, if there is no 100 by 100 door on YouTube, I mean, just giving an example, then you made the first one.
You may have
at least.
broken a Guinness World Record with something, but if you don't have, if it's didn't make a video about it, or those guys went over and checked it themselves, there's no way of knowing that someone else is actually
Yeah.
faster in running 100 meter.
I mean,
whatever.
I consider Redstone records to be where like records are still kind of important sometimes, or it used to be at least to be well just the rule. If it's on YouTube and you get the record, and if it's not, then well,
It needs to be in the internet.
yeah, well, yeah, the internet, but YouTube is kind of the convention, but in the internet would also do some kind of proof that it's earlier. You got it earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on my server. It says it's from 5 years ago.
Well, you can do the whole thing with the Shay once, as I did.
So-
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
still you have
Yeah,
to
right.
put it on Twitter or something.
yeah, in time, but then like 5 years later, I can say, oh look, I actually figured out how to make a time machine in Minecraft. I just kept it secret for 5 years.
Oh. That'd be sad.
Well,
Well, at
Uh,
least you could keep it away from the grammars. Wait, yes. So nobody will
Mhm.
fix it. Kind of a good
suppose.
idea. Just like Ray's Tangent, which was probably fixed because of him in 1.9.
No. Like when we talked with Crumb.
Well,
Wait, it was
Uh,
fixed in 1.9? What am I missing here?
Wow.
Wow, you're missing everything, but that's not the point. When
Okay.
we were talking with Crumb at Minecon,
That's a
I think that was
bug.
like
And
the
we've talked about
day
this
or
like
the
5
day
times on the
after,
podcast alone.
that Ray's Sandstorm came out.
No, it was the day before. It was
Or
on
the day-
Friday. We watched it part of the podcast recording, and we talked with Grub on Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You said the day afterwards.
Didn't you make a note of that in your calendar?
Did you make a cross?
Like the point I'm trying to make, if I can like speak my full sentence, is that Crumb already knew of existing send duplication methods before Ray came and made his Sandstorm thing.
Well, like it could have been just something that's less important because it wasn't really used a lot before Ray made his thing. That's also what he said in one of the earlier podcasts, as far as I know.
But I know the solution, people. We can just recreate this with command blocks.
It's not reflex
Wow.
No one
As soon
does
as
that.
as soon as they come into
Wout.
dimension 2 or
Or
something,
you could just
can
like
do stuff.
wait and don't get like all scared of the big scary snapshots because they're like all long
Wout.
time away from being full release.
I'm scared. Niels, what?
I'm
Do
so
you see
scared.
the secondary channel up there?
secondary channel of where?
Yeah, do you
Ah.
see
Yes,
it?
I see.
No.
Okay,
In
we
case
don't
you guys
we do
didn't
not
knew,
use
It
command
did
blocks.
see.
we move people there when we don't like it.
Ah,
Oh, secondary channel in
No,
TeamSpeak.
actually main
Now I
channel,
get it.
because the main channel is the word channel. Secondary
it's
channel is
well,
way better. The fun
Yeah,
channel.
like going back to the follow up. I think the main point that Rory was trying to make is that saying 100% better than other farms, and like not saying what better than what, is like saying, this car is 100% better than
In
a
general,
car.
the word saying the word better, that's because better and yeah, if it's faster, okay, then you can say 130% faster than
Yeah, but like the
this
thing
and
is,
this design.
if you don't
Better,
even, like
it's
in the video, he doesn't even say it faster than what. It just says 100%
Yeah.
faster, 130%. It's like compared to what?
natural spawning.
Like, yeah, that's really important that you always give context to a I think the same was with Witch Farm, and people also got like confused. Yeah, and in the replies to that comment, you guys go on that some point there will be a faster video, and you would have to look back and see which one was first and see if it is still the fastest
Exactly.
and so on. Depends if it stays the fastest out there, cough cough. Well, it's never going to be the fastest. It's always going to be one fast design. Just it's a matter of time.
Yeah.
I know that there are people out there who are not satisfied with what was it, 5 skulls a minute or something that his farm now produces or whatever. So yeah.
Okay.
Next comment is from Roby again. He says Senkan did basically the real credit warp in Minecraft time for Surfblink to be and its credit warp category.
Jewe disagreed. I initially also did with the terminology, but actually, if you think about it, I actually think it's not too far off. Although it's a lot less tedious than the actual credit warp, where he is
Well,
basically accessing weird places in the memory. I mean,
so
basically, stuff is being executed from some portions of the memory we shouldn't be executing. So, well, I mean, we shouldn't be accessed in the first place, really. I don't think it's that strange, to be honest. I mean, that far off. I mean, it's still an analogy. It's not exactly the same, but I don't know. That's what I thought.
well,
Yeah, you don't go to the credits.
Jesus Christ! Sorry for. Yeah.
Sorry for
He's not
Niels.
with
He's
us
just
today.
here today. Uh,
basically,
Yeah. What
you're
do you have
just
to say?
you're just beating the game very quickly using a bug. And
Well, yeah, but it's
actually,
happening
like,
because there's some stuff in memory which is affecting the game, while it really shouldn't. I guess that's a way you could say it.
well, if you would really consider it a credit swap, you should probably like also take time it takes to set up the command blocks and so on into the
Well, I don't know. It's a vague.
time, and you're not doing
It's a new
that.
category, so I guess he kind of got to
Yeah,
define the rules. We already, I think, we already did enough
It's a
discussions
new
on that last
category.
week.
How can you improve his time? By having a computer that loads the world faster?
basically.
well, yeah, basically. Who's got a good computer?
Mine is not bad, I would say. Yeah.
A good one. It needs to be 130% better.
Okay. So, who wants to do Raceworks comment?
Quick question before we start with that.
Okay.
When was the last time you ever watched like the full credits, or like someone ever watched the full credits? Like, I
Never.
remember I watched it once just to see what like all the text is about.
I watched it once, but then I walked away, and then when I came back, it was done.
Niels.
Yeah, like maybe like if you ever watched it the full, maybe in the comments, or and maybe also say like when, like the first time, or like a year ago, or this morning when you got tired of playing and you just like watched the credits. I don't know what you guys do.
It's the same as with movie credits, right? You watch it, yeah, if you don't want to get up and go outside of the movie
Well, with
theater.
movie credits, there's like sometimes a cool scene after the credits. Yeah.
And sometimes you want to know who was doing what role, maybe.
And they can say, hi,
Or
did
who
you
wrote
know
it, maybe.
that one person in that one scene, 5 seconds on screen?
Well, usually you get their
that's the
name.
real name.
if-
Okay.
oh, well.
Okay, like
I actually
Like,
often
then-
watch still the credits because like I saw the movie on TV and like, hey, this looks interesting, and I watched it. And something to movie creators: if your movie is going to be aired on TV, make sure that it also has the name at the end, because I've never ran for the beginning, but when I usually want, I mean, sometimes I'm interested in it and I want to know the name by the end so I can
But
read stuff up on it.
I'm
Well,
I'm not sure
it-
about, but like in Germany there's something called teletext where
Oh
like
yeah, we
you
also
can
have that, but I was too
look
lazy.
up
Sometimes I'm
what
too lazy
like
for
it's
that.
called.
Sometimes.
but over
Or-
here,
or-
if a movie is on the television, for the credits, you can only see a little bit of it when they say, "Oh, next up we have this and this show,"
Oh yeah, that's
and
happens
then
on some
it
channels. That's
skips to
case.
ads.
How about we don't talk about
About
Dutch
credits and
television?
music. I think that's a great idea. We should talk more about credits and movies because this is a movie podcast.
Yes, exactly.
I think we
did
should
we
talk.
switch
We should
topic?
talk about a
I
little
thought
novel
it was
that
cooking.
I read earlier this week.
And which is the discussion between Spire and Ray.
Yeah.
Well, I
Um,
don't
l-
know. Maybe can we
in-
keep out to the content, or I don't know.
Yeah. I won't read out the full thing because that would take the whole time of the
I
podcast
don't
or
have-
something.
Go on,
but-
do it.
Nah.
Next
But
week, book
the-
club.
It's so short.
The thing I really liked in the beginning is that they actually like numbered it 1 through 11, like all the different points they're making, and
Well,
then replied to each other, like one, and then like reply to his one, and if you read it like that, like 1 1 1 1 1 and 1 1, and then go to 2 and so on, then it's kind of easy to read. If you like just read one comment block at a time, it's gonna be pretty annoying to read. But the
Right.
basic thing is they talked about a bunch of different points, like will it work in 1.9 with like the souls and shifting
It's about
floors and so on.
race farm.
Yeah,
the way.
still talking about the race farm, and the saying 130% increase is the best way to inform others, or how to measure the output and how the hardware can affect your TPS and therefore skew results. All those points. And they went on with like I don't know, like 6-7 replies, and at some point it's just like stuck, I think. And yeah.
so my opinion on that, I also commented. So I think that in fact, Race Farm is better than Spires, and that has to do probably with smaller killing chamber, making him able to kill the mobs slightly faster. And but I also think that it might be slower at actually spawning. So it might happen that in 1.9 when you have to use souls and shifting force, even if you find, I think you need a quadruple intersection or so, you'll the shifting floors are a bit slower because you always have to wait for the back shifting for the mobs to finally fall through. So that might get the spawning speed below the speed of killing, which would then actually affect the rates of the farm. So then I'm also talking about what I think are the best ways of measuring the farm's speed. I think you should just add everything, and then it would be done. So yeah, do you think?
Yeah, like the thing is, farm better. Like we can all agree that with like if you have both farms like the workload is from the video, then race is faster. But that's like not the apples to apples comparison. I was talking about, and they discussed in the comments as well that like with one you have a mob sort of, the other one you don't, and all those different things.
Why don't you just then take out the mob
You
sorter
don't have
and
the
kind of
same
like that?
specifications.
Yeah, then you would have a better result. I think.
But wait, this whole discussion is because people are too lazy to just modify the farms for a bit.
No, it's
No,
about so
no.
many other things as well.
Yes.
The thing
About the
is,
life in universe and everything.
the
okay.
thing is
Yeah,
the
Exactly, Wout.
the average time span of a mob inside the farm, I think in race is longer, but because he has more spawning spaces, he still gets a faster farm and no mob sorter and so on, and yeah, I think that's why he has more output in the end. But saying it's the fastest is just not true, because there are the designs out there that are faster.
What? There's designs that are fast. Oh wait, did you say there might be designs?
The enemy, don't talk about that. I'm still gonna make a video on it.
What?
Oh, should I make a marker for the peep?
What? What? There's a
No,
better
just
design?
kidding. I'm not working anymore. Just
Ah.
skeleton farms.
A
Yeah,
reflex with a skeleton farm.
like
With command
I was
blocks.
worried.
Yeah, of course. That's faster. Enemy.
yeah, like
Yeah, like.
also like during the
Also like.
discussion. What?
Just continue.
During the discussion, I noticed that like the limitation for those farms currently is with all other farms is just mob cap and lag. I was like,
No, killing speed.
and killing speed, yes.
Not really
Uh,
mob cap. Mob cap is no real problem. because
If
at
you,
the
if
moment
could
you
kill
don't
faster, yeah.
like.
But
It's
then
important that. Yes. Okay. What
then
do you want to say?
and like later on we're gonna talk about the volume more, but like Ray made the explanation video and so on, and in the explanation video he showed like how big the fortress box actually is, and I never really like noticed until that point when I saw the video, and was like, why don't you just like make a huge farm, send everything to the overworld, be done with it?
Yeah. You can. I actually took a look at how these bounding boxes work myself, and there's a tag that actually determines how big that bounding box of the entire fortress is. You can find it, I think, in. I don't even know anymore. I think data, Never Fortresses data.
Wait, are we
Fortress
talking
Subtat?
about
Your
technical
fort-
Minecraft? Sorry, like
Yes,
create tag
I
again?
know.
Oh my god.
That's
I made
not
a filter
career
for that.
tag. That's not career tag. That's just
It's
how
filter
can you
stuff. I
find the
already made a
exact-
filter for that. Oh my god.
No,
How
you don't
can
need
you
the
find the
filter.
exact bounding box of actual Never Fortress and not only the Never Fortress intersection like you did it? What?
What?
Um,
No, I made it. And I worked with that. I had to read up on the format of the technical structures and such, and I realized thought there was a big box for everything, and then
Okay,
also
so you
children,
have-
which contain all the
So you
smaller
have
boxes.
both. Do you have both? I don't actually know it.
I
So-
think I can check what the filter does. I think
Okay.
it
Yeah,
just creates a big box and one child with the same box.
okay, whatever. Toll. No, back to my farming idea. If you just send
Yes.
everything to the overworld, you get rid of the mob cap and the killing speed,
Well-
because then you don't care anymore, right?
Yes,
and you're
that's
just
tr-
down to lag, which is the one you cannot avoid. And then
Well-
you're gonna ask yourself, well, if I put everything to the overworld and I go to the overworld, I will crash because there's like 9,000, over 9,000 mobs there. or something.
However,
Yeah.
you can send your wolves into the overworld, and so you don't have to render it, or the client doesn't have to load anything, and it's all server side.
I actually tested that, and wolves don't work if a player is in another dimension.
God damn it.
But,
What about creepers? Don't they drop?
but,
No,
but
they are.
you guys are like looking at this way too narrowly. Like, my idea was,
Well, I know you can extract one from these like from this chunk or these chunks or whatever, one by one. So
you're
you
doing
just
it all wrong.
it's
like-
way cooler like that.
The thing with like Spires found that everyone thinks it's like at 4.5 skulls a minute or something is because of the extended mob cap, right?
Exactly.
Who says you shouldn't do that? Like, you can do that. You can just make it way
Yes.
bigger and make a way faster farm, right?
That's not comparable.
just
That's
to
probably the
certain
main
point.
point.
Yes, you cannot compare it to like a single player thing, but who cares? It's like
who plays in single player?
yeah,
I
like,
do.
when I thought
Probably.
of this farm, I thought of like what I could do with like my bots and so on. Like, I had it a bit in mind.
Yes.
So the idea
Well,
I
someone
had
else's bot as well.
was, because of the fortress box is so big, why not like make a farm that's like, think of like a 128 by 128 square, and you put a shit ton of spawning spaces in there, preferably not shifting floors because it will break and blah blah blah. and then you like push them off into a portal. And then you have the portal on the bottom part stand out a bit longer, so if pigmen spawn, they just
I'm
like
not
fall
sure.
off
Can
and
you connect
die.
it all
and-
to one portal in that world?
It's a multi.
And if
And-
because that's the point, it's 128 by 128 because then they all get can still go to one portal in your world where you can make your blaze crusher and then have your
Yeah.
player AFK to kill all the wither skeletons from a looting zone and so on.
Well, enemy.
I
the
think it can
problem-
actually do it bigger if it's circular.
Yes, 256.
Yeah, but that would be
meters,
diameter of
I,
the
don't-
circle, I think. Yeah.
I think nether portals are square. Nether portal range.
Yes,
Let's
of
look it up
course,
on the
but-
wiki. Beat your head, but it's probably
No,
random.
I don't
Think
look at the wiki. I look at probably this
128.
video from
Oh,
2 years ago.
It's
well,
big
you can also
enough.
send it to multiple nether portals. So
Yes, you could do that, but then you have like 2 output spots where you have 2 players to kill stuff, right?
Yeah.
Which
But-
wouldn't work that well. But
Yeah.
exactly, if you really wanted to, you could get around you could get around that and make even 3 spots where if you have enough bots and all that stuff, right? You position it in a way where in the nether the center point like you have the square and all that stuff, it all goes into the overworld, and that portal is right over the end portal, and everything goes to the end directly, and then you stand in the end and kill everything from there.
Okay.
Which then you could get to triple the speed, but who cares at that
Yeah.
point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think the issue with
Yeah, you
that
need
is
to
that
get
it's a
way too many
multiplayer
bots.
farm, and all multiplayer farms aren't really a challenge, are they? Like, yep.
Well, if
And
you like just say, hey, I just throw more bots at it, everything's easier.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
you take
and
away from the
that's
challenge,
no
yeah.
challenge. Yeah.
But
And
it
apart from
still
that-
would be really cool if you have like your 10 bots on and just extending the mob cap and loading
Yeah,
those different things, and you have like, I don't know, like 20 skulls a minute or something.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
Well-
How fast you can kill it is then like still a problem.
So, next comment?
Oh, wait, actually, I still have to talk about this because
yeah,
maybe realize
well,
something. I
what?
actually don't
Yes.
have a clue about anything surf tech, but I don't even care anymore. Yay. Well done, I think,
What
but
is
I'm now a bit more
surf
satisfied
tech?
with the fact I
Sometimes when
am.
you say that, I think of like some big wave and like
Yes, and it's
people and
technology which makes you.
surfboards.
Yes, I don't even
Yeah.
care. But anyway, I now fully accept that I am an idiot in these parts. That I can just play Minesweeper at peace now.
Okay, great.
I think enemy can live with that, right?
Yeah, I think I can.
Okay.
If you don't want to talk about those huge chain of comments anymore, maybe some of you want to read it. It's quite interesting if you have like a bit time on your hands and like a cup of coffee.
Yeah, a lot.
something.
Asterisk.
Last comment for this week. You forgot the drastic change. Made a funny joke in the changelog.
Oh my god, it only took
I-
42 minutes.
And start right with Mojang
And
news
16 seconds.
Yeah, and look at the count. It's also 42. It's all matching up, people. It is the answer indeed.
Indeed.
count to
And
what?
we start with the new snapshot. And this
Also
new
to what?
snapshot
That's the question, Niels.
this week was 15W40B, I think is the current one.
50. It seems a
Yeah.
bit early. I think you mean 40.
40.
What did I say? Did I say
Oh.
50? I
Yes.
meant 40.
Enemy is
Yeah,
in the Christmas
it's
mood
a mo-
already.
It's the
I meant
amount of
40, I'm sorry.
episodes we have minus 3. Then you get it. We
Exactly.
started beginning of
Enemy, we
December.
don't have jingle bells around yet. That you're wrong.
Wout,
Yes.
do the song.
Jingle bells.
No,
Jingle
no,
bells.
copyright.
Okay. But like why I made this quick segue to the new with the changelog comment is that this week's changelog is
Even better.
especially useless. Like it's fine when you like, put a joke and I changelog every once in a while, but this week's it's like 6 points for the
I'm
notable
seeing them right
changes.
now.
And there's like 2 things in there, and the rest is just like bullshit. So
But enemy, they made some optimizations. I'm very informed.
yeah, I'm so informed.
It's
what
faster. It's faster
optimizations?
now. In some
Is
cases.
it?
Optimizations of what?
In some cases.
It's like the texture optimized. I don't know. Who would know? I can tell.
I think every part of the game
The
is optimized.
splash
So whatever you
screen,
do, it's
the
always
splash
faster.
text are
Um,
optimized.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna just read out the changelog for this week. Lots of changes to more pathfinding.
So no
Whatever
time
that-
dilation generator anymore.
Whatever that means. Changes to how health regenerates. That's kind of descriptive. Some bug fixes, some optimizations, some hugs, and some bugs. Who implements bugs on purpose? Mojang does. There you heard it.
Well, I think it's more like they accepted the fact that they probably added some.
No, I think it's just like it rhymed and something like that, so I put it in there.
That as well.
But yeah, like or maybe they're just like, oh, the changelog looks too short. Maybe we should put something else in there. Because if you
Probably
look at it, feature-wise, stuff that you can actually experience, then it's only the pathfinding and the health regen thing, which turned out that they wanted to implement in a different way than it is. Or at least so I've heard. I'm not quite sure how they wanted it, but the way it's in the snapshot at the moment is that you will regen faster if you're saturated. If you have full you have saturation. No, not matter if it's full or not. Doesn't mean you can still be hungry though. So, for example, if you have 3 drumsticks or 4 drumsticks and no saturation, you of course will not regenerate because you're below your 8.5 limit to regen. But if you then eat a piece of food, you get the saturation from the food, and while you have the saturation, you will regen, and quite fast actually compared to the regening without saturation. And if you don't have saturation, but you're over 8.5 drumsticks, then you will also regen, but I think slower. I'm not quite sure actually with that part, or if it's also very fast.
It's slower than when you're regenerating with the with the saturation.
Yeah.
So like it was usually. It also takes more of I think 1 bar per half hour regen.
I looked at that, and I'm not
Roughly.
sure how that would work in survival or in if you actually played with it for a while. But it seemed interesting. Like, for example, you play like a CTM map or something where you take a bunch of damage and you have low on hunger.
Everything is
on
in CTM
food
to
and
me.
hunger. Sure.
It's
Um,
CTM season.
And then you eat something and you regen quick, so you don't have to like wait like 2 minutes in your hidey hole so you can fight mobs again or something. So that would be quite nice. On the other hand, it would be way harder to kill you if you regen this fast when saturated. So it would also break a lot of the balancing, but hey, it's 1.9, it will break a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure how they wanted it, but I think this is interesting at the very least. Might be cool. What do you guys think?
I am very disappointed that they changed stuff. Even though I don't have a clue what's about. No, actually I don't know. I mean, the thing is, they haven't really reverted the whole Golden Apple change from a couple of weeks ago, right? Even though I heard they said they would.
And Jeb said he would, but then he was like, "I'm still in Tokyo."
Okay.
I'm,
power play
he
people
should be
while
back
he's
by
away.
now. Judging from pictures on Twitter and stuff, so on. But apparently,
have
it's
you
still
heard from
not
him
changed
again?
back.
Because maybe Tinnebone had someone infiltrate his plane, and it was all a big plan to keep the change in.
And the thing where I can tell that he's back at the office again is when he sent a picture of their cake.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay, he probably just forgot. We're lost. We're screwed, basically.
Oh, we can mention it quickly. Mojang turned 5 years this week, and they made a cake.
Yay.
And
Happy
posted
for
about that cake.
Mojang.
Happy birthday, Mojang! Yay!
Happy birthday. Oh no, wait, that's also copyright.
Oh, yeah, I don't think that
Those
is.
4 lines.
Actually, you can maybe say it in a couple of months. It depends on some court case in the US.
Stupid.
Whatever. Yeah, the others. Do you want to talk more about the regening thing? More opinions?
Not really. I quite
Okay.
like it, but so important.
Then let's get to the changes to mob pathfinding. This cryptic changelog message, lots of changes. Reflect in one change that people actually found out about, I think.
Cows should not walk into cacti.
Yeah, stuff.
That's the only
should-
thing.
Stuff, not only cows,
Oh, yeah.
all kinds of stuff. Should not walk into cacti anymore.
Shoot.
Should. They still do, but hey. It's a snapshot. Things can happen. Or not.
It's just one of the things that didn't work out.
Yeah. So this week's snapshot rather calm.
Boring.
Yeah. Maybe next week is like super big and they have like tons of stuff.
Let's hope so.
On Twitter there was some messages
Maybe
he
they have
did
2
about where he
pages.
said he's working on boats. So
Yeah, well, we haven't seen
maybe
anything from it yet, though.
maybe we get the fancy boats from Windows 10 edition with like the paddles and stuff in all different colors. Maybe
That's not only from Windows 10 edition.
oh,
Isn't it also on Pocket Edition?
I'm not sure. Probably by now.
Well, I don't know.
Let
Wasn't he
me
just
check.
talking about the physics?
Not only. You
Okay,
also have like
interesting.
paddles that like animate nicely when you move around in the water and so on. And in Pocket Edition, you can also have 2 entities in one boat. I'm not sure if they're gonna keep that or implement it to PC. So yeah, boats might be interesting. But that's like all I have for snapshot news.
So,
You guys have any more stuff snapshot related?
There's nothing else on the playlist. No, not playlist.
List.
Yeah, change list, change log. So I don't have anything.
Well, I have something, but it's not Mojang news. Well, technically there's Mojang news, which is that the story modes. That was the story mode trailer released. Episode 1 will be released in November, I believe.
Since when can you crouch in Pocket Edition?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. The trailer looked nice, so I wasn't like I'm probably not gonna buy it, but it didn't look too bad.
Yeah, they have fancy. They have different colors of boats, and they have pedals
And it has
that look
command
like
blocks.
a shovel.
Enemy
Pocket
news for
Edition.
talking about story modes.
Yeah, but I wanted to check.
Okay, we're gonna have 2 conversations through each other.
Pedals
This is
even
a great plan.
animated. This is awesome.
Like
Okay.
the things, if you look at the car of story mode, they're like 4 people and like a pig in the front, and then there's this mob in the back, and I have no clue what it's supposed to be. Like there's no mob that looks like that. If it's supposed to be a wither, then it's
I think
really
there's a
really
wither
weird.
involved, yeah.
Bigger.
Yeah,
but
it has
like
a command block,
withers-
so it's epic. So
Where's the command block in the cover?
what you know? We're talking about story mode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a command block wither. It's like slow sun, but then a command block in the center. It's like a nice wither, not like a boring survival wither. Oh, well, that may be a bit too influenced by my own opinion. Also, there's definitely something wrong with the physics because there's both a player and a pig inside of a minecart, which is clearly impossible.
There's one problem with
In the current
boats, though.
update, however, later on we will be able to
Boats
put
do not float.
Apparently, we're looking at a different cover. Because that
Yeah,
has no
or-
minecarts on mine.
or enemy. We may be looking at 1.9 because Dinborn recently said something about that he's gonna review the he's gonna change the writing tag, which will break some of my filters, unfortunately. But on the other hand, it will allow us to not just stack one mob on top of each other, but multiple, which may make one command technology and some other stuff, or at least some other stuff, a lot more interesting, I would say.
So I can have bats riding creepers, riding blazers, riding skeletons.
Yeah, but like
Yay.
all in the
Riding
same layer,
beds.
basically. Well, it's nice with spawner technology. Unfortunately, that's not too useful anymore. But I know it may be useful. I just hope it don't break too much of my stuff. Like I can think of selection 2 commands which uses writing tags, and that's about it. So, well. Yeah, we should probably continue. So that's story mode and Pocket Edition when completely through each other. There's one more video I would like to talk about from this week, which is Marin reinventing glitchy piston technology for 1.9 snapshots. In other words, Marin
Yay.
is happy because Marin likes messing with pistons, as he said like 2
Thank
months ago. And
Well,
never forget.
Boats do still break. Unless you get kicked out of the boat when you try to enter it.
Are we still talking about Pocket Edition?
No, but I am.
Niels.
Okay.
Good job, Niels. So Wout, tell me about glitchy piston technology in 1.9.
Oh, and I know everything about it. That's why I watched the video. So basically, this week I'm going to talk about 50 seconds of Myron showing stuff without any explanation. And because it's so short and he basically doesn't explain anything, I will have a lot to talk about, like the fact that I'm talking about right now. And yeah, it looks really cool. You can check out the video in the description. And basically, he shows actually he shows two things. He shows both how to mess with piston arms and such, like he usually does, and how to like create business with four arms and such. And also ghost blocks.
Okay.
It looks like it has a reliable ghost block generator in 1.9. I'm
But
not sure
only
if
for
this is one Pi
pistons.
has, but well,
No, Pies is different.
Only for pistons, seems, because sending those pistons and then pushing them somehow.
I think you can change out the block that's generating ghost
I
blocks quite easily.
and I think he also showed the method of blowing up piston arms, which was already shown by Ray.
Ratio blowing up piston arms in 1.9 already?
No, in 1.8. But I
wait,
don't
people,
think
this
that
I
any
Yeah,
think
but
other
you're-
like-
game showed that.
I think Myron was like the first one who blew up piston arms in 1.8 even. Like I think Ray did that because he saw it there.
but
I
he
don't
stole
know. I don't know.
enemy. He
Because, like,
totally stole
Myron's
my
was quite
idea. I
o-
showed it
quite
to
older.
you.
Yeah.
In the end, you just cut it off with Obsidian.
Yeah, I know that, but it's different a bit. Yeah, like the interesting thing, if you look at what changed from blowing up piston heads in 1.8 and 1.9. In 1.8, if I remember correctly, I didn't actually look it up. What happens is you blow up the TNT and then you extend the piston at the correct time. Here, what happens is you blow up some TNT and you push a piston in a powered state, and that extension, that arm gets blown off.
Well, it's extending. Important.
Yeah, while it's extending.
And basically doesn't get a block update afterwards, so it just stays that way. And if you unpower it, then it will basically just create a piston arm in that position, allowing you to break any block, including breaststroke. Fortunately, it
But
doesn't
only
work
if
with
it's
breaking
there
breaststroke.
afterwards, yeah.
Yeah,
Only
so
if you
no,
push it there.
you can't get the breaststroke in there in the first place. So that's the problem.
Yeah. But hey, it still works. So quite happy. Still not really useful, but good that
And
it's there.
it makes me happy, right?
Yeah, makes
It also
me
makes him
happy.
happy. He said it. He's at some point.
I have something also a bit related to 1.9, which
Uh-huh.
was in the beginning of the week. Regu released a video about piston translocators, and basically he uses the same thing that Panda used for his 40 meters a second elevator, but he goes horizontally in the beginning with 60 meters a second. Which is like it's all the same. Like if your entity is inside the piston head and the piston head retracts, it gets teleported behind the piston. And how they make the 3 blocks per piston and get to 60 meters a second is because they use boats, and boats are bigger than 1 block, and therefore the hitbox is big enough that there is in the same block as the piston head and so on. So yeah, that works. That's nice.
They also made elevators, so you don't need the boat for those because the player is already 2 blocks high.
Yeah.
So
Is the elevator faster than the Penas? I don't think it is. It's the same speed, right?
I don't know actually. I didn't.
Because like it's not 3 blocks per piston, it's 2 blocks per piston, so it also should be 40 meters a second. Maybe I'm completely wrong here.
I don't know. I didn't really look at Panda's design.
I think if Penas design, it was you standing inside the fence gate, and the fence gate gets pulled, and then you get on top of the piston.
I don't know.
Also quite interesting. They brought back the antivator. Because falling down is way slower than going up. so they made a downwards version.
Yeah.
Which is quite fun.
Well, that's old news, right? Or
yeah,
but not.
it's part of the video. They showed the version downwards. It's not.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I guess it's fast enough with the normal limestone and I've had it from ground, right?
No, it's slower. Still.
That's still slower.
Wait, it's still. Yeah, I mean, there's a slime someone, right?
You can't
Yeah,
fall with
yeah.
20 meters
Yeah,
per
but
second.
yeah, okay, but I mean, it's still pretty
60
fast.
meters.
So, but well, I don't know. I just wanted to complain too much, but that's just me.
I
I
guess.
guess.
I'm like 98% sure that this will not be in final 1.9. But
Exactly.
it would be so cool if it was.
Yeah, please, Mojo, keep it.
Yeah. What else? I think that's all for this video. In the beginning, when they went horizontally, they used the acidic gen with the falling sand, which is quite cool and small and so on. But yeah, really matter. Could have used another one if you wanted to. Next video thing I have on the list is gas catcher Mango showed off. It's quite simple. You have a row of blocks where stuff can spawn on. If it's a pigman, it activates the lower tripwire and the pistons reject the row of blocks, and they just fall down and die. If it's a ghast, the top tripwire activates and they get pushed into a portal, and that's basically all it is. Yeah, like if you look at, for example, Impulse's gas catcher, which is I think the most popular design out there. You have a shifting floor, which is like I think 5 wide, and then a portal, and then the same thing on the other side. But to be honest, you don't need really like the 4 rows of the shifting floor because ghast won't.
I mean, yeah, they only need one. The spawning space itself and the area around needs to be free, right?
Yeah, they don't need.
Yeah, that's pretty smart then to just remove the other
Yeah.
stuff because it really uses spawns and such.
It's basically kind of like impulses, but without the shifting floor and only the necessary bits. If you
Yeah.
could want to sum it up, I guess it would be a way. But yeah, it's also not that much to talk about, so I guess we can go to the experimental gas farm that he showed off, which is
Is using piston translocators, which will probably be broken online.
yeah. Basically, what happens? A gas spawns and gets translocated into a conveyor row, I guess you could say. And then once the conveyor row is triggered, they get all moved into a collection area, and they can do whatever you want with them.
I have to say, is it just me or is this the first time I've actually seen ghasts being just killed? Like not being killed. I'm sorry, being collected like this because I don't know. Like
Wow.
when you, I mean, I wasn't behind, but like most nether mob farms, oh yeah, we just kill the ghast and we don't get any jobs, but who cares?
Well,
Dan made a ghast catching farm a
Well,
while
I
ago.
guess it's like catching, but like, does it just work with the portal as well, or does it actually have some kind of mechanism to transport them? That's what I mean.
It uses the piston translocation thing to transport them somewhere.
That's so that seems kind of
they
advanced to
don't
me. Like,
despawn on the way and can actually make it quite big. Like that
Yeah,
way.
like with Dan's design, which is the only other gas catching farm I can remember. It was that you had a spawning floor, and then you had gas pushing stuff off the spawning floor, and also pushing other ghasts, right? And then those ghasts got caught with minecarts, and then those minecarts went into a storage array more or less. They fell down and got into storage. And yeah, like with that, you always have the problem that on the way when the gas is getting pushed and so on, it can despawn, and then you have to put in a minecart and push it around and so on. That's always quite a bit of a hassle. And with this thing, you have the translocators, and it's just like, boop, and then the collection of spots.
Yeah.
And it's quite cool. But most likely will not stay in the game. So also, this is like the problem with like the minecart. You cannot use minecarts on a huge scale. This thing would work on a huge scale because like if you're in lazy chunks or something, it would still work, but minecarts wouldn't. I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
well, maybe we can talk about the next thing.
Okay, next thing is again by Mango, and it was released today. It's translocator fun, and he's using some very simple translocators actually with pressure plates you activate when coming to a point where you can be translocated, and doing the same thing with tripwire, but it's not too important really something else to say about that.
I'm wondering if it's also 60 meters per second. Seems a
What?
bit slower to me, but
I guess it's quite a bit slower, but I don't think that's slow. I think still 20 ms. At least I'm guessing it's still 20 ms. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, I still think it's pretty cool. I was just wondering.
So then next up was pretty much at the beginning of the end of last week, rather. It's a cable burn farm by Mango. It's basically the same thing as this fortune free farm, just using bone meal instead of bone meal and ferns. So okay, nothing. So nothing special either. Then next up, 1 second. I have Nathan Ryan's heartbeat clock and some other elevators. The heartbeat clock basically just has a irregular clock cycle, like basically it's like a heartbeat. So a short pause and then a longer pause between the pulses. Then he's got a map with a bunch of item elevators, and those in various variations for a lot of purposes, like building them directly above bedrock. So you can't have the elevator going down below the water stream there, for example. Then then he also had elevator that was using a trick with cobble wall again, and that cobble wall is actually 1.5 blocks high, and then he just puts the top slab there and lets the items fall down into the chamber where the cobble wall is in, and when he then pushes up the cobble wall, there is no more space in between the cobble wall and the half slab, bounding box wise, so they go up the elevator, and then you also don't need system to bunch up the items because he also closes off the elevator with another block at the same time. Then the next thing is by him also is just a quick tutorial how to convert a pre-existing normal elevator. Do you maybe want to say something about all the stuff I just talked about?
No. I don't
Do
know
you
why you're
listen-
mentioning all this. I can also go through my subscriptions, but I only mention the stuff I have something to say about. It's a discussion podcast.
Well-
The thing with the cobble wall and the slab is quite interesting.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. Then
But like, there's no big discussion over that. I think it's cool that he's still trying to get all of the possibilities and so on for item elevators. Quite nice to see people don't just settle with like one design and like going all out today.
exactly.
Yeah.
Then I have Neil's perimeter dig.
That's
Video.
some stuff
Yeah.
this
The
week,
most
I
important
think.
video from the week.
Yeah. Okay.
It's stupid.
However, it was only the most important one because I, of course, did not release my video yet.
Well, okay. Next up, I have DL's pumpkin and melon farm, but
But what? The most important video from the week.
wait, what?
Neil, say something about it.
I sound like.
Let's go
okay,
to Wout's channel and see what Wout made.
I didn't.
Wout? Oh.
I made more I released more UHC videos, which were all scheduled on beforehand.
Oh, I
That-
watched
that
one
took
of
me a lot
those
of
and you
effort.
died. Spoiler.
What? You just said that right on podcast.
Yeah, I didn't say
And
which
one
one.
of the.
Probably last or something.
Well, yeah, probably the last one. Yes.
Oh.
Thanks. It was a really close fight, though. I guess I could mention it.
No,
was
it
just last week.
wasn't.
Yes.
No,
Did you see the final fight?
They were so much better with the bow.
Wout
Dude,
was
did you-
close
yeah, but did
to
you see at
having
the
a
end?
chance.
Both of
yeah.
both Alan
they
and
they got both pretty low. Yeah.
they
So,
both had half a heart, and Over on our team had 3.5, and he also had the bow.
he still lost.
Yeah, I think if he
Yeah.
would have, I think he should have tried to hide because yeah, they were better with the bow, or at least they were with 2. So it was a matter of time before he was shot. But he tried to approach, and then again, I also made mistakes, so it's all fine. But I think personally that would have gone better. But oh well, that's just my observation. But yeah, that's the UHC
Yeah,
roundup,
but
I guess. I will link to the episode since we already talked about it now. As for real technical news, well, no videos from me this week. I'm trying to work on one. I know it's late, but
Is
I'm
it
trying.
stuff we did this week already?
no, we still have to talk about
no,
TDL's thing
but
because you
kind of.
wanted to
But
talk about it.
we still, Niels, you maybe I don't know. Maybe Niels should talk about it in stuff we did this week. If Jewe doesn't make a podcast so long, we can't do that. Hint,
I
hint.
still have some more stuff actually.
Is it stuff to discuss or is it read out the
It's basic-
title?
Not well. I
Hey
just
people, I can
listed
talk about
everything
Pi
that-
and the Mandelbrot set from Numberphile.
Yeah.
I just listed everything that was somewhat technical in my subscription.
I can talk about Albert Heijn ads on YouTube.
Right, that's
Okay,
the supermarket,
guys,
by the way,
guys,
for those who
guys.
don't know. Oh well.
What do you have?
TL's Melon and Pumpkin Farm, Neil's Perimeter Dig, Ray's
That's stupid.
River Grave Explanation, and Sinosaurus
yeah.
Transparency on different block
Okay,
types.
let's first get to Tiddles. Tiddles farm. So first thing to mention, oh my god, Nuke Law apparently contributed to it. Very attentive listeners to the podcast may recognize that name from episode 30B or 30A. Actually, I think it was 30A. We met him at
30?
FranCon.
Yeah, it's not A, it's just
Yeah. So I think it was quite funny because we never really heard anything from him again. And today I looked at my subscription and I was like, wait, what? But yeah, as far as the technical part of the video goes, I don't know. I think it's cool that he uses roses, that they actually have a technical use, as in, I guess, farmlands, but not actually crushing the farmland, right?
Yeah, you have to block it off. You could have used
Couldn't you have
glass
used like
block, I
slabs or
think.
something? Yeah.
Yeah, glass block would have worked. something like that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, roses are also pretty nice.
Okay, so I guess not that necessary, unfortunately. I don't know. I like it sometimes when like some blocks are really have unique properties, like with hoppers and like what do we say, full snow layers. Those two have the only properties of not cutting redstone, allowing you to redstone on top of it, and not being able to be moved by pistons, right? I think think
if
we
you
discussed
push
that,
it
Amy.
by piston, it breaks. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Actually, never mind. Then it's just the hopper. I needed that property for once in the ifs one, and then I asked you, and you said that about the snow layer.
Yeah.
But I mean, oh, sorry, not being able to not move, but basically, slam blocks have to be able to slide along, and I think that will also work. It's like a
Yeah,
retainer.
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get grabbed.
They will slide. They won't
Yeah,
grab.
so that's that. So in that sense, they have the same properties. You could, but I use hoppers in the actual design. Oh well.
You can also like place a piece of redstone on top of snow layers, and then place something in the bottom part of the redstone to replace the snow layer. You can break blocks with it, but only the block itself. So it's not all that useful.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Anyway, is there anything we want to mention about Tiddles Farm?
His tutorial, it's amazing. It looks cool, and most other tutorials is like, okay, this is what you need, and then
Maybe that's my tutorial.
this is the first. Do you make tutorials?
It's pretty
fine,
nice
yeah.
edited video overall.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to say.
It only took 11 hours to render. That's what I know.
Well. Quickly, let's talk about the Wither Grave video because we talked about it in the beginning, so we shouldn't forget to mention it now. Was quite nice that he made tests for the Viper without the sorter and so on to get a bit better, bit more apple-to-apple comparison and so on. Was nice. I don't know, like with watching the video, I think it's the first time I really noticed it. This like as an annoying thing, but like the way Ray like spaces out his words. I don't know, it's just like really weird.
I noticed that every time. I found it always super annoying. Really, seriously, I hate it.
But yeah, like There's nothing with the
recorded in-
content, so I think you shouldn't.
and
talk.
Audacity, and then tilde afkappen, or whatever it's called in the English translation. He probably uses the Dutch translation of Audacity, so it should be fine.
Okay.
Mm,
So
I saw in the comments that some people like hated on the thing because like you talk about how you don't use any entities and it's totally lag free and so on for the shifting floor, and then you have
I
like
guess
this
it-
huge array of hoppers in the bottom, but you have
Those
to
are
really have to.
tile entities.
Oh yeah, the tile entities are still in there. Like
I think it's pretty hard to create a mob farm which doesn't revolve around entities. Just saying.
Wow, no, just like let me talk.
You can Wout on reflex with your command blocks.
No, they're gonna still be there
Yay.
for one tick.
No, if you just spawn a chest with drops in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
course.
Okay.
Or if you give a player rotten
The thing
flesh.
that he
that's
when he
what you
used
want.
hoppers in the bottom, that's the sorting system. Everyone can do it on his own. It doesn't affect the farm, and therefore shouldn't
Exactly.
matter for the whole thing. Yeah, that part. For the shifting floor, he said he's no entities. Yeah, sure. Tile entities, well, the pistons. So yeah, I guess they don't count really. Light updates. I think like you still have light updates because like the dust
Yes, you
turning
do.
on. So that's
What?
not. Huh?
No, because of the torches.
Yeah, but
You
there's also
use 2
dust
torches
that's
for the
like cut
clock.
off and like turning on, right? So that
What?
also.
No, that doesn't cause light update.
What? Redstone dust
No.
off on no light update anymore. I'm going
Never.
crazy.
Wait. No, redstone does never cause light.
I'm going crazy apparently.
Yes, probably.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
good.
You're playing
say?
technical Minecraft. That's you're already
This
crazy.
is good to know. I'm not sure. Maybe I should go to bed or something.
Enemy.
Yes, I think it's a
come
very good
on,
idea.
it's so
Enemy work on
late.
this short right here.
Yeah, I can do my stuff I did this week because it's not all that much.
I'm not done.
Stub.
There's still something on my list.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I have a long list. So, next up, some things I found quite interesting, which isn't really survival tech, but
It doesn't have to be
Sorry.
survival tech. Hint.
yeah,
hint.
it's Samus transparency on different blocks.
Oh my god! Finally. Yes.
Okay. So basically, he showed that if you have different transparencies on stone, it will render anything that's transparent as so semi-transparent, like 1% or so. Then it will render everything as the full color, and if it's nothing there, it will just render the normal block on things like leaves or on glass. It will just render everything that's higher than 50% as full, and everything that's lower as nothing. So you can look through those, and it also applies a color onto the leaves, but that's not so important. And the only exception for that is stained glass, which it works just fine for, and you actually see the different transparencies.
Stub.
What?
Before we start, I wanted also to note that he mentioned in his video that he tested the farm for 1 diamond sword worth. I'm not sure if he did the test 1 time, but I think it should like bit longer an hour to get an accurate start like that. Yet last time I talked about 24 hours. Maybe if like when people test those farms where they have to like AFK semi-automatic like hit things with swords, give yourself an unbreakable sword and then just like set yourself a time frame instead of like I'm gonna do 1 sword or 2 swords or something. I think that's a bit better for testing and I played CTMs all week, like mini CTMs. I played Square.
Did
Enemy, I have to link
TNCs.
an enemy. We no one heard the name. I don't have to link it. Enemy played a bunch of CTMs, and that's
Yeah,
everything.
I played like I don't know, like 7 or 8 of
Witchcraft, for
them.
example, which he
Yeah,
also
no,
streamed.
Multiple CTMs.
I mean, we
Yeah,
can
and
talk
then
about
on
it on his
Friday I
Twitter if you want to see the
streamed some more
credits.
CTM with Neil, some like full-size CTM. But yeah, during the week I played mini CTMs, and that was mostly it. Yeah.
Okay, Niels.
Well, re-rendering stuff in replay mods.
Yay.
And then making, let's make a thumbnail. Ooh, let's just put the render distance at even higher, then you can see everything. This look nice. Like, ooh, damn it, I messed this one part up. I think I had my POV at 90. Okay, render. Because it was after 24 hours, I had to wait like half an hour to render it. Oh, damn it, it's not correct. 95? Okay, let's re-render it. Ah, damn it, also not correct. 92? Still not correct.
Who uses
Every
FOV
time.
92? Seriously.
I don't know. Apparently I used that one. I thought I was using the other one, but I don't know. I had to render it so many times, and before that, nobody was asking, "Oh, when did you upload the video?" I said, "Okay, fine, I will do it on Thursday." And so I kind of had to.
It is
do
almost
it
like this
quick.
one where someone was complaining about where you have a big video, you have to render it multiple times because your editing software gets too slow to handle 12 clips, and then
No,
you have
that's
to render it
not
multiple
the
times, and then
that's
someone
just
starts
you
complaining
saw it.
about it not being uploaded in time, and I think
Rendering
that someone may know.
In
Well.
Premiere, that was just like 5 to 10 minutes. But the replay mod rendering, takes so long because it has to go through all of the files. I really suggest that Crush Pixel, not Hypixel, should add something in where every 30 minutes he saves everything. The
I think
replay
he
file
should just
might
do
be
like
bigger, but it saves so much time.
I think he should just do lots of optimizations. Mojang has a lot of experience with that.
Yeah.
Then it will be a
some
lot faster.
optimizations, some bug
that-
fixes.
That one problem can fix lots of stuff, like scrolling back. If you scroll back from 24 hours to 23 hours, it has to go through everything. That takes long. And with the improvement, it will save a lot of time there. In rendering a part that's 24 hours in, saves a lot of time in there. It's just saves a lot of time in multiple parts, so
Also, which
Really
something
advise him to
something
do
I
that.
would quite like for when recording, just like every X time, like make a copy, like save it, and then just update the save. Because at the moment it's like you're recording, and once you leave the game, it saves. But if your game crashes, you're lost. so if you like
Yeah.
play for like 12 hours, and then like okay, I think I should like exit the game now and save real quick, and then you crash right before that. Then you lost 12 hours worth of footage, and if you like save every half an hour, you had lost like 20 minutes worth of footage or something. So,
And I think some of us said earlier that if the server crashes, that you also lose footage, but that's not true because I was just looking through all of the parts and I was able to get the beginning of Dig, and we thought we lost that part. So
maybe
if the
make
server
this...
crashes and your client stays online and working, then it's all fine.
Maybe also do something where it's like, if that would be too hard on your on the hardware to like save during recording every 30 minutes or something, then maybe you can make an option so people with like good enough hardware can do it or something.
Where does he save? Does he save everything in the RAM or something, or
I don't know
how
he
does it work in the end because you have to save stuff?
I don't know.
Oh.
And he doesn't know that's the
maybe
end
Wout can
result.
ask him because he's on Command King with him, and like he can
I
ask
just
him.
asked him another question,
Yes.
being where's the episode? Someone is getting slow on his editing, and it's not like the videos were very well edited than before, and so yeah. No, just kidding.
Isn't
They were
it
well edited.
scheduled
Wow.
for Sunday?
Oh, he changed it. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah. God damn it, Wout.
I don't think he
Ouch.
changed it. It was Sunday from the first video.
I don't think so. Didn't we talk about last week?
Yeah.
Then we would have to talk about the other one, like now. The announcement video says Videos are uploaded every Saturday at 4 p.m. UTC, which is 8 hours ago. So
Well-
8 hours and 14 minutes, about.
Niels,
No
something
one
called
cares.
approximation.
Maybe you guys can go with the stuff you did this week if Niels is done talking about the video. Or are you?
After that, oh, I think that's it.
Okay. Well, yeah, but you can talk.
But you're first.
Yeah, what did you do this week?
I worked on a Wilhelm. I worked on a sorting system, and that's basically it. Didn't do a lot this week, actually. Talked a
Everyone
lot
is
with
so
Robert
productive when I'm playing CTMs.
I'm also being very productive.
It's a lot of work doing that.
Wout, you're just saying you're productive. Is everything a secret what you're doing this week?
No, I just want to keep it to the last
This,
because we get the best stuff to the last. And since my video wasn't being released this week, that's because the best stuff was, of course, the video I was working on. Yeah. So first of all, anime corner with Wout. I didn't watch anime this week. However, I did watch Ruby, which is anime like ish for a bit. Actually, it's weird how I have this feeling of the void. It's like I need to watch something similar, but yeah, even though the series wasn't that good, it had really nice action though and really nice music, so I can't complain. Oh well, but yeah, that's what I watched. It's an alright show, but don't watch it if you want a good plot really, and the characters are also not a bit meh.
so, that it?
No, that's not it. I also worked on my custom
Otherwise.
map, which is just going to be a compilation of the 4 maps and some nice lobby stuff with cool JSON and such. But I had problems with signs. Apparently, you can't get an open URL command, well, open URL action from a click event from signs. So you have to have the click event needs to be a run command del raw, and then in the del raw you can have a bunch of buttons for you to open URLs. So I took some time to figure that stuff out and such. So in the end, I didn't get around to finishing the map up today. And I playtested it once and I took some notes and I just wanted to make some minor fixes. And then I think I should be done. Yeah.
Okay, Wout.
Wait, no, I must have something. Oh yeah, also I like lots of uni stuff and I had to like go and get a new bike because my old one is getting old and some other stuff. So yeah, basically I didn't have a lot of time for Minecraft and I just played lots of Hypixel.
No time for Minecraft, only Hypixel. Okay.
Yeah, it's technical Minecraft. And I have to get up at 8:30 every day. It's insane. And it's like, oh, let's go to about 5 every day. Yeah. Oh well.
8:30. That's late. I have to
Well,
get up at.
that's my
Yes.
courses. Look, anyway, it was a lot nicer last year when I had that like 14 hours of courses every week I went to. That was a lot nicer. But it's not.
14 hours of work every week.
Wow.
No, it's a bit more. But
Yeah, that's like going to work 2 days and then making holidays or weekend for like 5 days.
I also had to like cycle there every time, so it's a
Oh,
bit longer.
Oh, you cycled there.
Yes.
Oh,
4 minutes to school. Oh no.
It's
If I-
4 minutes to like the closest auditorium. That's like, and that's only like 1 minute
Oh.
to get in and such. So.
Well,
Not that fast.
oh.
And also, I need to like eat every morning now, which is which also takes time. And like because it's so
Yeah,
I'll
like
see. I didn't have to do
because of the
that.
social situation, I also have to like wash myself more often. It's like, oh my god,
Uh,
all this time
when
waste.
when they implemented this new hunger system, it sucks so much right now. Last year everything was better, the old version. Now we have
Yes.
this hunger thing.
Why
Real
did
life
I
to
have to
1.9.
shower?
Yes,
Uh,
all these annoying constraints. Who designed this anyway? God, what's wrong with you?
and the
Well,
story is so boring, but the graphics are alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We
I
should
think
probably
it's
move on.
about time.
Yeah.
Wout,
Yes.
I think you can do the outro.
Well, this week on the Wout Show, I don't have any questions anymore. However, no one answered the ones from the past 2 weeks. So,
Hint, hint. You can
I'll-
answer them.
question 9 and 10 are still open. However, I don't think you will be able to Google them. Question 9 is considerably easier than question 10, though, I believe. So, I would
Even-
try that one first.
You can get the answers from Wout for at least 5 stickers. Bidding
Uh,
starts now.
at least, yes, at least.
Also,
do not say where I'm
question
at
9
one,
still
actually.
gives double points.
Sure.
until-
Even then should get like quintable points, but oh well.
5 Snickers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well. I think it's gonna be it then. Bye guys.
You will hear from us next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.